create the you want to be. There is a you that is emerging, growing, like a baby grows into a child, which grows into an adult. That you is who you are. You're growing. You're not fixed at one stage. So whatever you can do to feel who you are and who you're becoming can help to shape who you are and who you're becoming. We can do it. We can create and change. We're not stuck in one stage. We can change the way that we are and the way that we feel, the way that we perceive things. How do we do that without doing it? How do we do that without making it some kind of a project, making it some kind of a forcing ourselves or pushing ourselves? We have to do it, but don't do it. Change happens in that in-between space between doing it and not doing it. But we have to put the effort in. We have to do something. We can't just sit there like a log and expect things will get better or different. We have to do something. We have to press the button or engage in the process. Turn the key and start the engine. Walk through the door. You can't just look at the door. Yeah, there's something on the other side of it, but you can't just stare at it. You have to walk through. So take the step, one foot in front of the other. And if you're scared, that's okay, but keep going. In life, there are times when you really have to do something. You have to move. You have to change. Because life is a journey, right? We're walking along the path. So you have to walk along the path. You can't just stand there. What are you waiting for? You don't even know if the next step you take or the next corner you turn will provide you with the next person or the next thing or the next treasure that you need to find in order to progress your journey further. So don't just stand there and say, well, I don't know what to do, or I'm scared, or I can't go any further. You have to keep going. There's always another page in that book, and there's always another chapter in that story. It never ends. And if we can find a way to own that, our personal journey, and step into it, this is my story. This is my life, and I'm going to do it 100% fully. I'm not just going to sit around and say, oh, well, no one seems happy around me, so I'm not going to be happy. Everyone seems to be doing the rat race, so I'm going to do the rat race too. That's just the way that it is. No, you have so many options. You just have to take another couple steps. You just have to take another few steps down the road and see what there is to see. It's not all the same. It's only the same for you right now because you're standing still in one place. Life is change and life is movement. There's stillness within the movement, but it's always changing and it's always moving. When you jump in the river, you never come out at the same point. You're always further along the way. The current will carry you somewhere, yes, but you have to jump in. And then just go for the ride. It's going to be okay. And my exhortation here is feel the way that you want to feel in the future. Right now, feel it. Don't imagine it necessarily with your mind's eye. Don't just try to picture it, visualize, but feel what it feels like. How do I want to feel? If this isn't it right now, then, well, how do I want to feel? Because all those feelings are available. And you can go out in the world and meet different people and get different feelings. Other people will embody all kinds of different states, right? And sometimes you gravitate towards someone because it feels really, however it feels to be around them, really nice, really powerful, really whatever. And that feeling you're feeling when you're standing next to that person is your feeling. It's not theirs. It's not like they're rubbing off on you. You have the feeling and it's coming out because it's matching what their frequency might happen to be at the time. That just gives you an example of ways that you could feel. There's so many ways you could feel. So how do you want to feel? How do you want to be? And then walk with that. See what happens. See what kind of people you encounter. See what kind of adventures pop up. Different ones. Because if you go into life feeling differently, you're going to resonate with different things and different things will happen to you than normally do. That's how that works. You can't just be the same way that you always are, go into life and expect something new and different to constantly happen to you. You have to initiate that. You have to show up for that. Be the person who's making the change. Be the change maker. Everyone has to do that. Don't expect someone else to do it for you. It is essential to embrace life and face it with openness, face it with curiosity. And we've all had wounds, we've all had scars, we've all been hurt, we've all faced loss, some more than others. The older we get, the more likely that is to happen. By the time you're 30 or 40 years old, it's extremely likely you will have faced one or more major losses. And we cannot let those things hold us down or hold us back or even define us. We must move on. There's so much more of life to live, and we have no idea what it's going to be like. We have no idea. We may face more difficulties, challenges, and losses as well. That's part of it. And that life is, in a sense, like a journey of the hero. It is, in a sense, that adventure. It really does have a mythic quality to it. We sometimes get stuck in this more mundane world, and it's just clocking in and clocking out of work, driving to and driving from work, having the weekend off, maybe having a vacation once in a while, getting sick, not being able to afford this, that, and the other. We get stuck in that. But it's really so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that the world as it is right now is encouraging us to all be heroes. I'm not saying that that's the case. You'll have to work for this. This is not necessarily just going to fall into your lap. If you want a heroic life or a life of importance or meaning or anything like that, or even just a life of richness and calm and peace, whatever it is that you want your life to be like, you're going to have to make it happen. It may not even look like anything that you know. Maybe it's really different from what you're comfortable with or familiar with. Maybe it's not like where you're from. Maybe it's not like your ethnic group or your family group or your friend group. Maybe it's something else. And you have to look far and wide to find what you're looking for. I don't know. That's your story. But discovering that is the fun of this whole life experiment. It's fun, right? At any moment, you can have an aha moment. You can see things in a completely new way, completely refresh your entire perspective on life. And then you're born again. Then it's new. So just keep walking until either you become what you're looking to become or until something else is revealed to you. But you have to take the steps. You have to put in the work. That's the main point I'm trying to get across, is be brave, be bold, be courageous, and face that as much as you can. Never force yourself, though. Never push yourself based off of someone else's limits. You have to know your limits and stay right on the edge of those. That will get you where you're going. And of course, at the end of the day, it's right here, right now. We can view life as a journey with a beginning, a middle, and an ending. And at every moment in the journey, it's also right here and right now. And we find ourselves in that moment again. So that's also the beauty of that, of life. That's also beautiful. But don't just get stuck in the right here and right now part either. It's both of those things. So when we can do both of those things, it becomes infinitely rich because every moment is a journey, but then also we're on this journey. And every single point in the journey is an entire journey. So it's a lot and it changes constantly.